Hi everybody. I've got a super duper grungy journal and it measures the biggin 8 3/4 by 5 1/2. And I used the reverse side of the fabric so it would look a little bit more faded. I inked it, I coffee stained it. It's just super duper grungy. It's got a little piece of lace here and some of that grass cloth that I have with a pretty seam binding bow and flower and a little image there. And then she's pretty. I love this. She's got several layers of pearls on. It's real pretty. And there's the back. Look at that grunge. If you love grunge, this is a serious grunge book. I sewed wherever, tried to make it as irregular as possible. You know, we have a tendency to want to line things up and make things perfect. And in a grunge journal, and I would think in an older journal, it wouldn't be. Opening up and going inside. Look at that yumminess. I've got some serious stains here going on. You can see a faint image of some fabric like it's worn and faded. Some ladies having tea here and an image from a catalog that I have. And inside I put a booklet, I should say, made from a book page. And it's been coffee stained and grunged up. And it's just got different papers and things for extra writing. And it's been stamped and water stained and torn and just super duper grunge. It fascinates me. I think we all like to do grunge books because you know, you can take a white sheet of paper and just go to town on it and have some fun. So and you know, I love writing on them. They're really, really neat. A little image here of some washi tape, and then a nice place to write. And don't forget your spaces to write on those too. Got a little card here. Look at this hair. My word. And some fabrics and lace, I should say, and a little part of a doily with a card. Look at the difference. I love the contrast. Nice places for journaling. Some newspaper. I've got a old book of, not a book, but it's, well, maybe it is. It was newspapers that were about Shreveport, and it was compiled in just this huge full sheet newspaper book. And of course, I got it in an estate sale, and I really want to make a journal with newspapers. I just think that would be so cool somehow. So that's going to be a project. Got a little card here with some laces, part of an old newspaper. And then a pretty image, lady baking bread. Love that image. And then a pocket and a little embellishment there. And 2 cards. Look at these edges. Yummy. A little mini pocket here with a little mini card. And of course it's been grunged up. Some lined paper with pretty image. It's been stitched around. I think I stitched in black, and this is kind of a goldish coffee color, goldish tan color. Real pretty for texture, contrast. Little image there. Another card with some different papers. Got a tuck spot here. I left this blank in case you wanted to write something on it. Got a little tag here, a little Made in the USA sticker. That, yeah. Okay, just wanted to double check. For a minute there, I thought I didn't glue it down. This came out of one of my books. It's an original ephemera. And then I put a part of a crochet doily behind it. And this has got a little bit of a paper doily that's been adhered down just for a little contrast difference. Some different layers of papers, a little bit of fabrics with a little brad and a card behind. A stamped card with some fabric. A little pocket here, and that's the raw edge of the fabric, and I thought it was kind of cool, so I left it. Seam binding flower with a little brad and a claim check, and a card, one of those puffy cards. I love those things. And then go in there. A pretty image here, part of a crochet doily, different papers. That's part of a bag. And then I left all the threads. I love that, so if it drives you crazy, just snip them off. That's part of a paper doily up there. This is a vintage advertisement. Another card here. With a little mini tag with a little flower and some fabric for the doodad. Doodad. This is some real pretty lace, and then I made just a little bow with a brad. Got an image up here, and this opens up for additional writing. I just stuck some different things on here. A little washi, different kinds of papers. Kind of neato bonito. And then I put a plain piece of paper over the book page, so you'd have one more page of writing. Different fabrics here. This is an old letter, part of an old letter. Image there. Pretty lady. She's there for pretty, and she is pretty. Got a file folder pocket here. Little cloth pocket, says note with a little note. And then a big card behind with the different fabrics. And that's actually from a 1949 newspaper. I used it for the cover. A little snippet pad that I adhered down. Just for a cutie. Pretty lady there. It says the Miami Herald, and that's part of a letter, an original letter. More washi tape up here. And different fabrics and a little bow. And a stitched around her in black. And the back has got a real pretty image with some lace. It's very similar to the front, just different images. And on the inside pocket, I made this really crumply card. And look at that staining. Isn't that just yummy? It's just got staining everywhere. And then I added an envelope that you can use for extra storage. I drew a little bow on there. And that's vintage newspaper. And then it's, of course, got a place to put things there. And here's the back again. Love the staining. But what I like about this is the way that I've been doing these journals by adding pages to it, you know, like on the pages, and then it opens up and things. I really like how that it takes the weight off the spine, puts it more in the center of the book, and lays down a little bit more. I'm able to get the same amount of papers in there that some of my alligator mouth books, you know, are when you open them up and they whoosh. But it just lays a little bit flatter, and I'm really liking that. I want to thank y'all so much for being here with me on this rainy Friday. I hope the weather is better where you are. And I will see y'all next Friday in those next videos. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you. Have a good weekend.